Hi there and welcome to my January wrap, in which I reflect on both the quantity and the quality of what I read this month. Now, in terms of numbers, it was a very impressive performance. In fact, there's too much for me to go through item by item. So in the description, there is a link to my personal website where full details of my January reading are available, and you can follow me throughout the year should you so wish. So I finished 6 books in January, and I have a haven't finished and a won't finish. I read 17 short stories. I read 7 chapters of critical works plus 3 journal articles as research for my videos, and I read 2 poems, one of which is rather special. So let's begin with the books. So of the 6 books I finished, I've already made videos about 2 of them. The Slaves of Solitude by Patrick Hamilton, Review 24, link in the description, and Reinaldo Arenas' Before Night Falls, Life Writing 4, link in the description. I urge you to check out my reviews, but more than that, I urge you to get hold of both of those books. They were wonderful. I also finished Evelyn Waugh's The Loved One, Thomas Bernhard's Wittgenstein's Nephew, for the first of my 12 Thomas Bernhard videos I will make this year, 1 each month. That will be uploaded in a day or 2. Diderot's Rameau's Nephew, and finally Ngũgĩ Thiong'o's Birth of a Dreamweaver, a wonderful memoir from Kenya's perhaps greatest writer. Okay, next, the haven't finished. That is Riddley Walker by Russell Hoban. That will be a review as soon as I have it read. And then the won't finish, Nadine Gordimer's My Son's Story. The characters were just lifeless. I made it to page 42 and then just gave up. All right, on to the short stories. Now, I'm not going to read out the titles and authors of 17 short stories and bore you all rigid. What I will do is highlight 3 of them because they were recommended by you, the viewers. So first was Stephen Milhouse's The Knife Thrower. I'd never heard of this author. This was a very well written and rather strange story, so thank you for pointing me to it. And then there were 2 recommendations from the same viewer. First of them was Honoré de Balzac's Fascino Carne. That was a very good story, but even better was Dostoevsky's The Crocodile. I can't believe I've never read that. It was absolutely amazing and side-splittingly funny, it has to be said. So thank you for those recommendations. Keep them coming. Now I'm going to skip the critical works and journal articles. You're not really going to be interested in those, but the poems. The first of the 2 poems I read was Christina Rossetti's My Dream, which is all about crocodiles. It's very short and I'll put a link in the description below. The second one, the special one, was The Fairy Queen by Edmund Spenser. Yes, one of the longest poems in the English language, half the length of the Bible. I read 150 pages of it, and it is magnificent, but the length does rather detract from the enjoyment, it must be said. So I think that all that remains is for me to choose my book of the month. It's really difficult to decide between Reinaldo Arenas' Before Night Falls and Patrick Hamilton's The Slaves of Solitude, but after much deliberation, it's going to be Patrick Hamilton, The Slaves of Solitude. Yes, it was just brilliant from the first word to the last. It's difficult to imagine anything topping it this year, but fingers crossed. Okay, so that was my month. How was yours? How many books did you get read? What was the best thing that you read? Please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to find out. And all that remains is for me now to bid you farewell. So until the next time, be safe, be strong. Nanu nanu.